Welcome to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast starring me, Duntan Sparse.
Dun Sparse.
A.k.a. Tanner Greenring. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Fialuza.
Oh, Valuza.
I like that because it makes it sound like I'm saying you're a loser.
I thought it sounded more like I'm part of the Yakuza, which is cool.
A.k.a. Joshua Fjellstead. And we are joined once again by the unofficial third host of the show, the only other person we ever bother asking to come on anymore,
and who is also willing to keep playing these later games that many of our other guests are like, yeah, I'm not going back into that shit.
Oh boy.
You're the most knowledgeable person we know on the topic of Pokemon.
Yeah, that's it.
And your name is Gwug Trio.
Doug Trio.
No, Wug Trio.
Oh, Wug Trio, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Fired.
And this is Gwug Trio.
You're fired.
A.k.a. Greg Leatherman.
Look, I skipped Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I thought, I'll join in.
Good. Sucked.
Missed nothing.
And I was like, I cannot possibly put myself through that nightmare once again.
I don't think we had any guests on that season, right? Nobody wanted that.
It's a rough one.
We didn't want to subject anyone to it.
The only reason why I'm doing this one is because there are version exclusives that I want to get, so I have to do it anyways. So I might as well do it now, even though it is miserable to me.
So are you playing the one you didn't originally play? What are you playing?
Yes, I played Violet first, so I'm playing Scarlet now.
Okay.
That's what I'm playing.
I'm Violet.
Hate to be contrarian, especially with you, Greg. You know how you and I famously never butt heads, but
Never.
I think that the game is good. I think it's a mess. It's a broken mess.
Our expectations were also set so low that, it's like Biden's State of the Union.
I went in today to be like, what badges do I have currently? I'm curious. And there's nowhere to find it or see it in the game. They're just like, nah. You can see it on your player profile that you have some badges, but they don't show you the badge case anymore.
No.
So I was like, all right, well, fuck me, I guess.
No. Here's the thing. It is still a Pokemon game, and I still love them more than I love other games, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I still can have a good time playing this game, but I'm searching hard.
Yeah.
The things that I like, which are the story, really got messed up with the DLC. Like in this case, I really think the DLC hurt this game hardcore.
Oh, really?
Ketamine Island?
Yeah.
Oh, we had such a blast out on Ketamine Island.
I love the K-hole.
Absolutely hate the characters of Kieran and Carmine. I hate those two.
Oh, totally forgettable. Literally couldn't even summon a picture of them in my head when you said their names.
I hate everything about them.
It took Tanner most of the season to even remember what their real names were.
Yeah.
It gets worse. The story's a hot mess.
I met one of my closest friends out there, too. So you're kind of hurting her feelings.
Who?
Fiona Eilish.
Ogerpon.
She was out there.
Not Billie Eilish.
Okay, the only good thing on Kitakami Island is the millennial Nurse Joy, who is one of the greatest characters they've ever made.
The one who's in the community center?
The one outside of the community center out
yeah.
front, who could not bother to get off her phone to do anything. Love her.
Relatable.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
I also love my character's best pals, the Glitterati.
Yeah.
I am excited to follow that storyline when we go back.
You really corrected us on the Glitterati.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
And thank you also for, although I think we did it an episode late and that did set us off on this correction we're trying to do with our levels. But thank you for telling us before we did the season that we should do the Teal Mask DLC early on rather than waiting. But the levels are everywhere are just totally discordant, and I have no idea what's going on anymore.
The levels are
I'm looking
so
for places
weird
to train, and it's hard to find a spot where
Yeah.
it's consistently level 50 Pokemon. I finally found a spot.
Mainly, all you can really do is you just do raids to get candies.
That's what I'm doing.
There's not a good spot to do it until endgame, after you've completed all the paths. Endgame is where it hits. But the DLC is weird because
Don't play the end game.
the front area is level 9, but at the top of the mountain, they're level 35.
Right.
Okay, well, where does this fit when your gyms are level 15, level 20? I'm supposed to be popping back to do the star people, and then I come back to do the next small segment. But I'm only supposed to be on Kid Academy Island for like 3 days. But I'm literally flying back and forth to try to make my levels work.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's okay because my character this season is filthy rich.
Well, that's a good setup.
Tell us.
I want to know who your character is and how they're finding their way through Paldea so far.
So my character is Lysander Lux.
Oh, Lysander's back.
My family has made their fortune throughout the Pokemon world through HMs and TMs.
Okay.
That is our bread and butter.
Oh, merchant family.
Everybody needs
Got
it.
bad news. I can just DIY them now.
But something's weird about Paldea. Nothing was selling here. So I came here with my mom, who bought a mansion, clearly, because judging by every other house in this region, you have a door and nothing else.
Right.
So we bought this palatial mansion
Oh, yeah.
for a steal.
I can buy like rice balls from the front door.
Yeah. I set out to find out what the issue is. The school tried to give me this basic poor thing. It was in a basic Pokeball. I don't touch those.
Pokeballs or Pokemon?
Oh.
Pokeballs.
Neither, I guess.
You
No.
gotta have like those premier balls, luxury balls.
Everything has to be in a luxury ball
Mhm.
because
Okay.
I am rich.
Yeah.
So I sent my servants out to just have people breed me eggs of
Disgusting.
Pokemon that are worthwhile in luxury balls. So I got some sort of fire crocodile that I immediately just put in a closet because you're in a poor ball. No. So my actual starter was a Frigibax
Oh,
Yes. Love Frigibacks.
named Burberry.
Beautiful.
And then
Ooh.
I gathered 27 eggs.
Speaking of the Connecticuter in me.
27 eggs that I hatch. And after every major event, I check to see what's in fashion. And so my team changes after every event,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
what the current fashion is.
Training up whole new teams?
Mm-hmm.
Seems hard.
Yep.
Seems like you're playing on hard mode.
Seems like a lot of work for a rich person to be doing.
Well, I may have connections where I can send them off to get trained up.
Working with Brevander.
And then they just come back to me trained up.
I see.
My Pokemon, I really dedicate. Well, they're not Pokemon, they're dudes, and I really dedicate myself to them. But for some reason, they refuse to fucking ever level up under any conditions. So
Well, they have to age.
maybe your way's the better way. Maybe that's the grand message of the Paldea region: is drive your Pokemon. Like it's the inverse here.
Yeah.
Drive your Pokemon through like slavish servitude and
Mhm.
undying loyalty to you.
Or have somebody do the work for
That's what you have to do to all of your dudes, I guess, because they're just aging naturally. So you just really need to like work them hard, and then they'll just start aging
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Which I think is leveling up
Well, I guess.
equivalently.
I wish I could get this fucking beetle to evolve.
But you know, this whole revelation that HMs come in plant form now,
I think they're Pokemon parts.
we can harvest that.
Smoke it.
We can make pharmaceuticals out of it. Like this changes my family's business model from top to bottom.
So your family is the one that's putting up all of these Herba Mystica shops on every block in New York. I mean, Mesa Goza.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boom market.
That's our new investment because clearly this school cannot be trusted.
No.
Oh, I agree.
The
This
school / corporation.
Clavel guy's a fucking madman.
Have you gotten to the bottom of that? Did they just own all the land? Everything is Academy grounds?
It's like Hogwarts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole island is theirs.
So you've done almost all of the Team Star stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have the
except
fighting
the
one
big
left.
boss lady, who I tried to take on like 3 times this week because I thought we were doing her, Josh. and
No.
I still can't beat her.
Well, good, because we're not doing that yet.
Here's the thing that bothers me about this. Everybody in that region goes to that school. You run into trainers who are 4 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
You run into trainers who
That's
are
what I was
86
saying.
years
Like,
old.
what? Well, like, is there a grad school or like, well, like,
But
how are there like 80-year-olds running around too?
there's only one trainer that says, I think something weird happened there a year and a half ago. I'm like, everybody in this region goes to this school. Imagine if you walked into work and suddenly all of your upper management quit and was replaced.
Right. Well, they can't remember because all of the files mysteriously disappeared as well.
The people didn't. You have an 86-year-old that has probably literally been going to this school for the majority of their life, and they don't remember what happened a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Well,
go
it's all
madness.
corporate. It's all like behind closed doors.
It's all that herba mystica.
In the mountains, standing in the cold, there's one poor beleaguered person who's like, hey, well, I think something weird happened there, and they sent you here to freeze you out. The place is corrupt.
No, it's definitely crooked.
So how has Lysander's journey been through Paldea so far? Have you done the K-hole?
Yeah, I met these horrible children.
Yep.
And also this horrible town that is not using the natural beauty of that island.
It's just like a big truck stop.
Yeah, it was going to get bulldozed to become a resort. It should be a resort. People should come and visit the natural beauty. I'll probably put that ogre thing on display somewhere. I don't know. It's good. It's a good story.
It's a legendary. That's got to be prestigious.
Yeah, that's a draw. That'll make the resort pop.
Yeah.
Just put it in a cage and, charge people admission.
Yeah.
To look at it.
Bring it out. Show it around.
What do you think of the lousy three? Were we right about how ugly and dumb they are?
Oh, yeah, they suck.
You're wrong about Pheasantipity.
No. Well, it's like the least offensive looking.
Yeah, the least bad one.
Yeah, I like Pheasantipity. The other two are okay.
There's already a pheasant Pokemon. Why do we need two? And in fact, there's already two other pheasant Pokemon because it has genders. So why do we need
we need 17 cats?
I don't know.
Why do we need 17 forms of Meowth?
I certainly don't know why we need more pheasants. I don't know. It is speaking to the inner Connecticut in me. So more pheasants.
More pheasants.
I fear that we're veering too close to that season when you kept spewing out all the Connecticut facts.
I can come up with more.
What was that? Drew England or whatever?
Drew England.
Yeah.
Those dark times of Drew England.
I can come up with more.
Horrible.
Well, here we are. The three of us have met up once again in Paldea.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Naranja Academy, a totally normal name for a school. It kind of means orange. Not really.
It's close.
And Uva's, we were landing on grape for some reason. Grape?
Yeah, kind of.
Uva.
It's weird, though. It sounds like ball, like testicle. It sounds like you go to testicle school.
School symbol is grapes.
Yeah. So Josh goes to testicle school. We go to orange school. And
fine.
I assume you've got your Koraidon fully souped up too, Lysander?
I have that now. I have taken care of all of those Titans. Because also I needed to do the full research for my family. I needed to know the powers of all of these plants to see how they match up, one for one for our HMs. They don't. There's not perfect matches. Our HM Fly lets you fly.
Yeah.
This just lets you glide. So it's clearly inferior. So we'll have to work on that.
It's a knockoff product. Yeah.
I find that when I get like the holistic stuff from like natural ingredients, it does work a little bit worse.
We'll have to figure that out. Yeah.
Needs a little bit like of pharmaceutical grade industrialization behind it to make it really effective.
Yeah.
There's also not there is a surf. Their surf is
There's no
pretty
waterfall.
similar. So that's fine. There's no waterfall.
But you can just climb the rock right next to the waterfall with climb.
It's not as fun.
No, waterfall was a fun one. I missed that.
It's like, would you rather go to a rock climbing or a flume ride? I mean, I'd take the flume ride over rock climbing.
1,000%. Plus, it messed up our whole chasing waterfalls thing.
Yeah, now what do we do?
Don't go climbing rocks. That's a terrible song.
That's not a
No
hit.
one's ever written a song about that.
It's just not it. That is the worst song that doesn't exist.
We're back in Paldea, and we are 3 badges deep, and we've got boss-ass Koraidon and whatever dumb thing Josh's is called strapped between our thighs. Oh, we are cruising around this fucking island.
If I remember correctly, neither of you know how to change your outfit.
I figured it out in a fit of rage. I Googled it.
So I figured it out this week, but I have not figured out how to change my hair back, so it's still in like a little bun.
Well, you do actually have to go buy your hair back, which is the worst part.
I did buy my hair back because that hair was driving me nuts. The whole thing was driving me nuts.
It's a mess.
Was this something that we just slammed A through? Or did they literally ever tell us that you're supposed to hit left on the D-pad? Like, I should not have to Google this.
It's not clear.
No.
A lot of it isn't clear. Also, I still had the fundamental problem with, okay, we all know the Rotom phone flies.
Rotom, yes.
Against its will, maybe.
Why does it need a selfie stick extender?
Huh. That's a good point.
Just like further embarrassment, just to further humiliate this like poor subjugated Pokemon.
Kink. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Why does this thing exist? Just fly further away.
But we don't want you in control. So no, you have to get into this little case. It's stupid.
Right, you have to use the stick because it would just fly away because of all the subjugation otherwise.
I'm out here in the very creatively named West Province Area 1.
Beautiful.
Easily found on any map.
Once again, another thing that I had to, which is what we now use to refer to guiding our journey, had to just, some kind Redditor made a map that says what all the fucking provinces are. Not in the game. You have to go on Google once again.
Why would it be there?
West Province Area 1, we're back.
There's about to be a ghoul hunt. Because I'm out here hunting ghouls. Gimmighoul.
Gimme ghoul. Gimme ghoul. Gimme ghoul.
That's what I was thinking when we came into the episode, Greg, and Josh fucking blanked me.
The Britney Spears parody? That's what you were doing?
Some gay guy you are, Josh.
What? What? I am calling the council immediately. You are coming with that kind of heat into Pride Month?
Uh-oh.
Are you insane?
Is that finally how I get canceled?
I tried it. I pitched him on it, Greg.
I'm sorry. I have to text the council right now.
I can't have the council digging in on me.
Greg, one of the reasons we bring you on,
oh boy,
A, to ostracize Josh from the gay community. Finally, thank you.
And also to give me backup on attacking
on how bad Connecticut is,
Connecticut and the heterosexual community.
Well, that's a lost cause.
Josh and I, there's a lot we don't know about this game because we've never played it before. One of the things we don't know is these mysterious purple and orange stakes we keep finding.
Yeah, so you found them
driven
too.
into the ground.
The ominous black stakes.
Yeah.
And every time I touch one of them, it like crumbles to dust or something.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Am I supposed to be doing something with these?
Have you gone to history class?
I have twice.
Oh, I have not gone to class in quite a while.
Yep.
I don't think since I got back from the K-hole.
I need to go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to go to history class to find out what that is.
Well, you don't have to prod me to go to history class.
You also think you have to find a book.
What?
There are books everywhere, and you just have to. I also think you have to find it in that giant library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in that main lobby, there are many, many books that tell you many, many things about what's happening in the world. And if you don't find them,
we ask Greg.
Yeah, all of those are very important post-game events. Although technically, you can do them at any time once you've unlocked everything that the lizard bike can do.
Oh, I have. Well, I can't fight with it yet.
Correct.
But I wouldn't.
But
it's not a guy.
You can start that event because those items are hidden throughout the region. And once you find them all, a certain thing happens.
That makes sense.
That you are allowed to then
Keep
do.
picking up these shards.
But you don't know what that thing is unless you go to history class.
Terra shards. What's that about?
Yeah, I don't know what those are either.
So the Terra shards allow you at the end of the game.
Oh, it's all end game stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I don't think it unlocks until you've been declared champion. It may unlock earlier. It happens at the restaurant.
Can't wait to get going on this game when I beat it.
It allows you to change your Pokemon's Terra type.
Oh, that would be great, actually, for one of mine. My low kicks has a dragon Terra type, and I so far cannot teach it any dragon moves. So that's another problem I have with the Black Knight.
Look at this, Joshy. Joshy, look at this.
Oh, you got a shiny one?
Look at that little sweetie.
Ooh.
He was just bopping around out in the wild area.
I love the shiny one.
Picked him up.
Shiny one is like inverse colors for bug catchers who have not seen it.
So no matter what, when you are Terra, all of your moves do a little bit extra damage. So you still get stab from your moves, even if you're a different Terra type. So if you're a Psychic type and you change to Dark Terra, you still get stab on your attacks, but you no longer have the weaknesses of Psychic because you're now a Dark type.
So the Dragon one is useful in that way. Very useful, actually.
If you have a Dragon type and you change yourself to Fairy, you now only have the Fairy weaknesses, not any of the Dragon weaknesses. Okay. So if you are a Grass type and you change yourself to Fire, you're no longer weak to things that Grass are weak to. You are now weak to things that Fire
That's a fun facty. That makes it much better.
It's a very confusing. It makes raids at high level very frustrating because people will bring things like, oh, it's a water type. I'm going to bring my electric type, but it's ground Terra. So none of their electric types move because its defenses are based off of the fact that it's ground.
Right. Okay.
So they'll bring in an all electrical thing and like, it's doing nothing. We're like, well, yeah, because the Terra type is its defense.
Confusing, but kind of fun.
That makes it much better than I was understanding it.
It makes raids more interesting. I don't know that it's really changed competitive all that much, but raids are high-end raids are very interesting because you have to sort of figure out the puzzle of what's its Terra type. Right now we're doing Swampert. Swampert is the 7-star raid, which it's got, I think it's the poison Terra type, but you can't necessarily bring ground because it still does water-based moves. So its attacks will kill you.
I've got so many dual type Pokemon. Like feels like there's a lot of dual type Pokemon in Paldea.
Yeah.
And it's random which one you'll get as its Terra type in the wild. So if you want the other Terra type, the Terra Shards come in handy. You can go there and say, like, my Tinkaton, I don't want it to be a Fairy Terra type. I want it to be a Steel Terra type. So I would take all the Terra Shards and have that switched.
Cool.
Thank you. That's useful.
Where are we now, Joshua?
Are we commenting on the Gimmighoul grab already? You kind of teased it.
Yeah, let's do it, because it sounds like you had a humiliating week.
Well, it's more humiliating to you if you did not complete it, because you're the one who needs the guy. I don't care. I'm in it for the love of the game.
Okay, well, first of all, Shy Avery doesn't use guy genders, so
sorry.
Lose it.
Sorry, Shy Avery.
And second of all, I'm doing my fucking best. I'm not using a guide. No,
neither am I. Don't imply that I am.
I'm trying to get out there and just look for these fucking little guys out there holding their little coins, Joshua. And they're very hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find these Breath of the Wild towers to climb to the top of so that I can fight a Gimmighoul on top and get 60 of its yummy coins. And I'm busting my ass out there for Shy Avery so that they can grow up into a cheese stick.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, the chests are also in ruins.
I found that out, yeah. I did the same thing where I was scaling mountain peaks and then just finding watchtowers and gliding down to them. But when I could not find any more, I went into that.
Yeah, that's mostly what I was
infernal Asado desert that I hate. And now that we have the climbing, you can climb all those plateaus, and I found a bunch out there on random cliff sides. So it used to be more predictable, where it was like watchtowers, I found the ruins, and that they had them. I was like, great, that's straightforward. But now that they could just be on cliff sides, it's like, So anywhere.
Yeah. It's a little known thing that at the very start of the game, next to that lighthouse, there is a cliff. There's the Gimmighoul chest on that you can get a Gimmighoul in the first 5 levels of chest form. If you can find it, because it's there, you just sort of have to like find the path that would let you get up on that cliff, because you can't get up there any other way at that point.
Hot tip.
But there is one there.
We'll be going back there soon.
Do we want to give our Gimmighoul grab tally, Joshua? Compare notes?
Yeah, let's just get it over with. Yeah.
Because it sounds like you put a lot of hard work in this week, right? Greg, do you know how many you have, Greg? We should probably start with you. You weren't in the contest, so
are you grabbing Gimmighouls?
Oh, sure.
We're not going to hold you to it.
Yeah, so I currently have 224.
Okay, good. He's not beating us.
Okay.
After I spent 999 to get my golden go.
In this game?
Yeah.
Or in another playthrough?
So you're at, let's quickly do the math. You're at like 1,200 and...
In this game.
Shit.
23? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in first.
Oh.
I believe you, because you had announced that this would be the Gimmighoul check-in.
Just wasn't really expecting
and that I should get my coins ready.
Yeah, of course.
So I did. I mean, money is drawn to me.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I'm
your character.
rich.
Yeah.
Money comes to me.
Yeah.
That is who I am. That's what I do.
That makes sense to me then. Joshua, how many do you have?
I have a robust 491, 300 something increase.
I regret making Greg go first because now it just makes... I have 498, which doesn't sound as impressive because it's only 7 more than you, and it just makes us sound like we suck at it and Greg is great at it.
Before Greg joined us, I also made Tanner show me the document because I was like, there's just no way that you have fucking 7 more than me. But he proved it. He does have 498. So
I can show you now if you want. I can hold it up.
No, I trust you. I don't trust Tanner.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't trust me either.
Famously, the mayor cheat, Tanner.
No, I believe you, and I'm interested in that little golden cheese stick of yours.
I mean, I evolved it to complete the Pokedex because I hate that Pokemon.
Excuse me?
So much. I hate that cheese stick.
String cheese incident. No, thank you.
That's my friend.
You know, and I'm glad you like your friend.
That's true.
I don't have to like your friend.
I guess that's true. You should.
Yeah, friends don't have to like every other friend of their friend.
He's rad.
No.
All right. Where are we going now, Joshua?
We are headed to the Cascarrafa.
We got a couple gyms to knock out
first.
Yeah.
Well,
what?
Can I talk about one other thing I saw in West Province Area 1 on the way to Cascarrafa?
Yeah, please.
Something I liked? Joshy, sweetie.
Ooh, who was it?
Grievard.
Grievard.
I love Grievard.
Oh, yeah.
This is a delight. This little
ghost dog.
Ghost dog who's so loyal. Pokedex entry. This friendly Pokemon doesn't like being alone. Pay it even the slightest bit of attention, and it will follow you forever.
Oh, that sounds kind of nice. Actually.
I also like that the little one, the Houndstone, maybe Grievard does it too, but I didn't see it. Houndstones, well, the other thing that's a delight is all of, like, there's always the higher evolution hanging out around a bunch of the lower evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Drake-Loke that was also surrounded by Dreepies that was really cute. But the Houndstones will rise out. You'll see like a little flicker in the ground, and then a Houndstone will like rise up to greet you.
Yeah.
The whole vibe of Grievard is cute and cool.
For those of you who want a King Gambit.
Yeah, I do.
Those groupings are going to be very important to you.
I haven't investigated how to do that yet. We just got Lady Beth her armor, so it's a big ask to try to get me to evolve Rick Bingo this week.
Should have thought through our theming where, like, there's a lot of clashes that I think are coming up because now you're getting all these like armored people.
Yeah.
On
and,
your
like,
team, and
quests.
I'm building out. Yeah, they all have quests, and I am trying to have this Knights of Ren.
Bisharp has some bonkers evolution mechanic that I haven't investigated yet, but I know it's not easy.
I gotta have one of those King Gambits, I think, too.
Get in line.
Yeah, it's
what do you gotta do?
So you have to defeat 3 Bisharp.
No problem.
That are in groups with Poniard.
Oh, what?
That have a leader's crest.
Oh, what's a leader's crest?
How do you tell if it has a leader's crest?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to fight it?
Is it a held item? Or is it like a ribbon?
It is an item that is held by wild Bisharp that are surrounded by groups of Poniard. So you basically have to find those packs and just defeat the Bisharps. And you have to make sure you do 3 of them. The best way to do it is if you find a Bisharp, you just do a switcheroo or the trick move to get the leader's crest and then equip it to your Bisharp and then defeat the groups.
That sounds kind of heinous.
The evolution methods in this game,
and that's again like
bonkers.
Is there anywhere in the game, like, is that in those books at the academy? Like, how would you know that without looking it up outside of the game? See, that's a fatal flaw in game design.
No, it's not. Like most of their weird evolution stuff, it doesn't really tell you anywhere how that would happen.
I like the idea, especially because there are very few actual side quests, which is what open world games thrive on. So it makes sense to have little side quests for evolving Pokemon, but if you cannot determine how to do that with any lore in the game, then that's so lazy and flawed.
So you're telling me I got to get my hands on these leader crests, and then I have to switch it on to Bisharps that don't have it? No,
you just have to have one of your own and then defeat the Bisharp. So you just have to find
no problem.
A Bisharp that has a leader's crest.
I know where to find these suckers.
No problem. Famous last words.
That's next week's problem.
Says the guy who has not been able to evolve the Relor for the whole season.
I'm sorry. Do you want to do level check and meet my new friend Lady Beth the Armor Rouge, who got her fancy armor this week?
We're not doing level check yet.
Oh, actually, no, you don't have to hold it. You have to find 3 Bisharps who have
Absolutely no problem. I could do it as we talk. It would be so easy for me.
Yeah, you'll just take care of that while we're recording.
And I will tell you, the place that has those packs is outside of the fighting gym in that weird forest. Outside of the Fighting Star ruin place. In that forest.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just knock her off, too, while I'm out there then. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, you haven't been having any trouble there so far.
Cascarrafa is where we're headed. We're doing 2 gyms this week to try to get a little caught up. So this is Kofu. You get there and Kofu's like not there.
No, he's there. He just has better things to do, like every other gym leader in this entire region.
That's right. But then he fucks off, but he forgets his wallet. And it's on us to bring him his wallet at the market. But first we have to cross the big, scary desert. Or fly, which is what I did.
When I did this the first time, doing it in proper order, I did have to go past the big, scary desert.
Oh, I just flew over.
I already had, as I said the other episode, I had already gotten the fly point that's outside Porto Marinada. So I just
me too.
Fast traveled there. But this was my first time actually going into Puerto Marinada.
And then I had to lay eyes on old Kofu after this break.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Hello and welcome back to Experience Share. It's me,
Scary
Tanner Greenring. Welcome back, Bugcatchers. Welcome back, Greg and Josh. We are on our way to Puerto Marinada to find Kufo to give him his wallet. We are stopped by a little bratty boy. He's like Kufo's like body man. He's like, don't you dare get close to Kufo.
Yeah.
And makes us fight him.
His bodyguard.
And he's got one shitty Pokemon, so some bodyguard. And then we get to face off with the man himself, Kufo. Well, not face off. We get to return his wallet.
Mm-hmm.
We return his wallet, and he gives us 50 grand to go bid on some seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to prove our mettle at, like, manipulating people in this auction.
Honestly, I kind of forgot we did it because I went into it being like, oh, okay, we'll do this. He gave us 50 grand. We have to carefully spend it on like 3 auctions, but it's just one auction.
Right.
I just bid conservatively, still won, and had like 5K left over.
Yeah.
It's just like, pocket it, kid. I don't care.
It was like that Detective Pikachu quest, arguably the hardest quest in Detective Pikachu, where you have to manipulate the auction to like get those specific items and do a bunch of math to figure out the strategy. And this was very easy.
Yeah, just hit some buttons and you'll win, and then maybe you'll have some leftover cash. It seems like is kind of the outcome.
And the auctions in general are relatively easy to win. You just have to have a bunch of money.
You're invited to go back.
I have.
Is there cool stuff?
I haven't seen anything cool yet, but from what I've read, there does seem to be unique items that you can only acquire at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
All of the various balls are there. All of the vitamins are there. Pretty much all the stones and evolution things are there. What people mostly want are the balls that are made from apricorns. So like the fastball, level ball, lure ball, those only show up at that auction house. And so people who like those, like if you really are in love with love balls, is the only place to get them.
I insist on each of my Pokemon having a different ball for aesthetic reasons when I line them up at the Poké
That's
Center.
what I will normally like doing, but it's been harder because I don't know who's staying.
Yeah, that's true.
I just have all luxury balls so everybody knows that I'm rich.
I wish the luxury balls weren't so ugly.
What? Look at that beauty back there.
They're, I think,
It's gorgeous.
top tier. My favorite is Premier Ball, though.
Stylish.
I like the wild ones, like the repeat ball and the timer ball.
The Quick Ball is pretty fetching as well.
I have a quick ball over there.
Let's go fight Kofu. How'd you do against Kofu?
I couldn't even remember because we're so over leveled. You know, I don't want to condemn Kofu. We've done this in a freaky order.
I would condemn Kofu. I don't think anything about him is good. I think his Pokemon were boring. I think
Veluza, Lugtrio, Crabominable.
Yeah, Crabominable is your signature Pokemon, my guy.
So
and your look
gross.
is so weird with like the
Mm-hmm.
water stuff everywhere. Like he's dyed his hair and cut his hair to look like crashing waves. It's a lot.
Yeah, but he's no Crash or Wake.
No.
That was a good water trainer.
No, I mean, the choice of Crabominable is interesting in the fact that in a water gym, you would bring a grass type, but it has ice moves that are stab because it doesn't lose that bonus. So your initial thought of, I'll bring a grass type, you are at a disadvantage because it's an ice Pokemon doing ice attacks, but its defenses are water. So your grass will be super effective, but it's also super effective against you. That's sort of like the little quirk of all of these
Didn't
things.
have any time to be super effective against me.
Well, you're over leveled.
That's why I'm trying not to go too hard in on Kofu.
I mean, that said, water has a bunch of weaknesses that ice don't
Oh, yeah.
touch, like electric.
Yeah.
Like if you're only using ones from this game, the electric bird is also weak to ice because it's electric flying. So there's a little bit of oh ho there. And a lot of the grass types are grass poison. So the Veluza, which is water psychic, is kind of a problem.
I like Veluza.
There's a little bit of thought in there, but there's not enough of them to make it. There's only 3. You only have to get through 3. It's
How
not
hard
a
would it
huge
be
trial.
at this point if you're making an open world Pokemon game and you're supposed to be able to do all the things in whatever order you want? Just make all of the damn things level
With you.
somewhere around whatever the players.
I can't keep having this conversation.
Yeah. Good. Fair enough.
It makes me so angry.
All right. I'll get off the soapbox. I put one foot on there, but I'll just take it back off. We all get it.
And then we're out.
We're out.
The brawl is over, and we've got one more gym to go face off against.
We must traverse the, again, just poetically titled West Province Area 3.
Yeah, it's right next door. It's like you could jog over to Medali from Cascarrafa.
And you do. The only really great part about it is that's where you get the amulet coin.
Oh, I did get that for defeating the trainers.
You have to have the amulet coin before you go take on the Glitterati. You just have to have it.
I will say, I still haven't found a lot of use for money.
Oh, I did buy a hot little number in Cascarrafa. There was a good shop there that finally had some decent clothing.
Decent socks.
I think it had leggings. I bought some leggings, some joggers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. I'm going to do that.
You can get some helmets so you can look like a Power Ranger. But you can never change your top and shorts out of the approved school uniforms or the Kitakami Festival outfit.
Infuriating.
Yeah.
Oh, beyond infuriating. Beyond. It is so many steps back in customization where it's like, I look like everybody else except I have pink shoes. Like, one of the things about Sword and Shield that was so fun when you got into random raids was seeing like the wild outfits
Agreed.
everybody put together. And here you're like,
yeah.
oh, we're all students. All right.
I am headed into Medali. There is a gym test that we have to. This is the normal type city, and it's just like a little city out here.
Mm-hmm.
And the normal type gym leader says that I can't see him until I've ordered off the secret menu at the Treasure Cafe.
They've got like a very hip
Yeah.
restaurant here.
Yeah. I love this restaurant.
You've been?
I've been a number of times since finding this hidden gem.
Lysander is probably an investor, or his family in this restaurant, I would presume.
Oh, yeah.
Got like your own table. Yeah.
Well, now that we've seen the power of sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Heck.
Well, it brought Billy's dog back to life.
I liked this gym test.
It sort of messed me up.
Yeah.
So here's what we have to do. The secret menu item. We have to crack what it is. And in order to do that, we have to gather 4 clues. But here's the trick. They've given the 4 clues, 1 clue to each trainer who's come in. So you've got to go find the 3 other trainers holding clues and defeat them to get their clues so you can finally go order the menu item.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. You just walk around, you look for the people who are dressed in uniforms, and you fight them. One of them is a baby, one of them is an old man. Very confusing.
Yeah, well, that is the student body represented from top to bottom.
Yeah. They let pretty much anybody into that school.
They're pretty much just straight battles, and then you get the little clue, which doesn't mean a lot.
You get the clue, and then you have to go to the little, like, figure out the area they tell you to go to, and then you get whatever the type of ingredient is, or seasoning and all that.
The last one, the little girl makes you go to an ice cream stand and get rice balls from it.
Find the ice cream stand with one item that's out of place or something.
I ate the ice cream balls, and this is sorry, they were rice balls. This is another question I have for Pokemon maniac Greg Leatherman.
Pokemaniac.
When it says that like my encounter fairy type has like
Mm-hmm.
blossomed and my like egg group frog has like is rising after I eat rice balls, what does all that mean?
Okay, so encounter means that if you're in an area where that type will spawn, more of that type will spawn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when I go on my what's the Pokemon we all love? Frigibax?
It is.
When I go on my Frigibax hunt,
Yeah.
I want to get an ice encounter treat.
So Frigiback appears in the ice area, so you actually want to get dragon power up because dragon are rare.
Oh, right.
So it forces the dragon types to show up more, which excludes all the other ice types and will force Frigibacks to appear more often.
Yeah, that sounds useful.
I shall endeavor to do this.
Egg power means, so now that there's no daycare and you just...
Interesting. There's no daycare. I don't think that's quite hit me yet.
There's no daycare.
They don't tell you about that.
So you can you can make eggs anywhere.
Excuse me?
When you have a picnic, there's a basket at one end that will fill up with eggs. And the higher egg power, the more often it fills up with eggs.
I accidentally started a picnic once and pretty quickly backed out of it because it seemed like a lot.
The thing that people use it for, so Herba Mystica in certain combinations on certain sandwiches will increase the shiny type. So people are like encounter type fire, shiny fire.
It's all endgame shit with these people.
Yep. And then you'll make that sandwich so that fire types will be more likely to be shiny and appear more often. And then you have 30 minutes to go around and try to find the shiny because they now appear in
I don't
the
even
overworld.
need it. I got shiny low kicks running at me.
You don't need a shiny low kicks.
No, I don't. I'll trade it to you. You want it?
Yeah, probably.
This is what happened to me, a rich person. On my way to the first gym, I've encountered 2 shiny Mareep.
Oh, cute.
And on my first time in Kitakami, I was gifted a shiny Geodude.
Oh, shiny Geodudes are like...
They're like a gold nugget.
Yeah.
A cute gold rich nugget.
Oh, that is cool. That makes sense.
Go to the gym.
Order the rice ball fire blast medium lemon zest special.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Everybody currently eating lunch dies.
Yeah, what happens to them?
the gym floor
There's
just
a bunch of people
crushes all of
sitting
them.
on the gym floor, and then like lights go out, and when they come back up, everyone's just gone. Just obliterated.
Yeah, they're dumped into the death pit.
The Rancor pit.
Like in It's a Wonderful Life, the floor opens up, they go in, the floor slams the top of them, and they're never seen or heard from again. We don't care about them anymore.
Tried to ask Larry about it, but he's just like,
No.
we're kind of locked into like the script guy.
Larry's too jaded to care.
The greatest gym leader they have ever created.
I was gonna say I loved Larry, this like disenchanted bureaucrat who is like, I'm assigned to work as the gym leader of the Medali gym.
I have never felt more seen by a game than I have with Larry.
He's just hanging out at this bar.
Yeah.
Like he's like he's like kicking off of work for the day and he's just here like having a bed.
He's like on his lunch break.
Having some lunch.
He's like, all right, I guess I
have to do this.
My boss will dock my pay if we chit-chat too much, so let's just get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
I just ate, so let's not go too hard.
Excuse me?
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he says.
And he looks good.
Oh, he's great.
He could be owning his look. I'm sad that he's so broken by the bureaucratic red tape that he just doesn't give a damn anymore. But you could tell that he used to have a fire in his heart.
That happens to us all, though.
Well, I don't think I helped much because I really embarrassed
devastated him.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have my sweetie.
Oh. Greggy's sweetie.
The Dunsparce.
Come on. You like the Dunsparce?
I'm offended that they didn't make the 3-segment one Dunsparce.
They should have, but they didn't.
That's stupid.
Oversight, also just not making it into a dragon or something cool is the other oversight.
The designers understood the appeal of Dunsparce.
Did you say Dunsparce?
Dunsparce is derpy and weird, and to change it into anything else that's not derpy and weird does a disservice to how cool that Pokemon is.
I'm complaining they didn't go far enough and give it a silly enough name.
I mean, they should have given it a sillier name, but the Dunsparce is an outstanding Pokemon.
Hey, and why stop at 3? Go to like 100. Call it like the Dundapede or something.
See, that I would like it to keep getting extreme, then you can sell me on it.
The game already rips the way it is. Could you imagine
100 segment Dunsparce?
how it would just tear through the universe?
As long as the Asado Desert.
Yeah. All right. The battle with Larry was GG easy.
So the first time I played this game at the level that it was, Staraptor is a difficult opponent because it's a flying type that transforms into normal type. So its only weakness is fighting. But fighting is very weak to flying, and Staraptor is a powerhouse. So if you are not sort of prepared for like a backup plan for that, Staraptor is a big surprise because the one thing that's good against it is very strong against.
He's got a Kamala, a Dunsparce, and a Staraptor, and they're 35, 35, 36. So I was like, maybe you're right, because I think I had Fiona Eilish out, who's water grass, and probably would have gotten owned by Staraptor if I hadn't killed it in one hit.
Yeah.
Right. I had Palmot out.
Because I have 20 levels on it.
Technically, Larry did a good job.
Yeah. If you go in at the appropriate level, that is sort of a more difficult puzzle because like a lot of the moves at that level are based on weight or it being on the ground, which it's not. So you don't get the benefits of like low kick.
Yeah.
And it packs a wallop. Like Staraptor was a competitive Pokemon for a very long time. So It's probably the first time that everybody who's playing the games that we didn't have an entire DLC to like power everything up, or you came in at the right level or came in enter level where people are like, I am stuck at Larry. Larry gave me an incredibly hard time.
Good for Larry.
And also Larry's the coolest gym leader that ever existed.
Let's talk about the teams we brought into the true final battle this week.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we step out into the lobby, we're stopped by La Primavera. What's her called? La
Primera.
Primera.
aka Miss Gita, who I guess La Primera is her nickname because she's the top champion, which means she's the champion of all champions,
I guess.
Yeah, well, Paldea has multiple champions. It is a title you achieve, not a rank above all. And she is the top rated champion of all the champions.
Not for long, because Esteban Humano and his buds are coming into town. And now that I've got the stink of her on me, I'm going to be taking her down.
Boy, do we. Because Nimona and La Primera had like a relatively sexually charged fight over Don Joey.
Oh, yeah. It's like The Voice. They're like fighting over who gets to be my coach on The Voice.
Yeah.
They're fighting over me as their protege. And like La Primera is like really trying to butt in. And then Nimona's like, no, he's mine. I found him. It's kind of a challenger situation.
Yeah, but I don't want to go with Nimona. I want to go with the cool lady.
Yeah, Miss Gita's got bomb outfit and hair.
She seems a lot cooler. And it's way cooler to have the top champion's attention.
Gita is the boss.
Why don't I get to choose? Like, where's my autonomy here?
Where your clothing options are.
I want to go with La Primera. Cooler name.
Nimona insists on battling us in front of La Primera, I think, to show off, not realizing that I'm about to absolutely destroy her. But let's talk about the teams that we brought into the battle in Level Check.
Level check.
Greg, I'm dying to hear about your fancy little team of luxury Pokemon.
Which do you want? The ones that I fought at the time because I took a picture of it, or the ones that I have now?
Both.
Because fashions have changed.
I want to know who you went into the gym with, recognizing that that was last season, and I'm not going to hold that against you.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, what was hot last season?
So what was hot last season going into that battle was Kenzo the Kilowattrel,
Oh, good.
Burberry the Artibax,
Mm-hmm.
given,
Mm-hmm.
Armani the Diplin,
I like that.
Adriana the Avalug,
Okay.
Cartier the Cyclizar,
Ooh.
and Gucci the Greninja.
Oh.
I see it.
I didn't know there were Greninjas around here. Oh, did you find it on Kitakame?
I have things imported by my people. Again, we are multi-billionaires throughout all of the regions. Do you think anything is off limits to me? The answer is no.
Can you give me some stuff?
Maybe.
Okay.
What's in season now for Lysander?
Please.
This will be the team that we're going up against when we battle?
Yes.
Okay.
So Burberry is a Baxcalibur now.
Oh,
Always in season. That's my starter.
I can't wait to see one.
Always in season. Surprisingly, Gucci the Greninja is back in fashion.
Timeless.
We didn't see that coming. Kenzo the Kilowattrel is also back in season.
Oh.
Dior the Delphox
Mm.
is taking everybody by storm.
Yeah, very fetching. Very nice.
Armani is now a Hydrapple
Okay.
and wowing everybody.
That's the exclusive for this region, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Royce the Revavroom
Yes.
is
Beautiful.
taking the roads by storm.
I think Hydrapple's good.
I like Hydrapple. Yeah, definitely. I like all of those Applin branches.
I think it's better than Flapple. I think Appleton's good too.
I think Flapple's my favorite.
All right. Don Joey, who'd you bring in?
Don Joey's nights did not change this week because of all the Gimmighoul hunting. He did not have time to go on the quest to
Yeah.
free Baxcalibur.
Oh, I didn't tell you what my levels were.
Yeah, what are your levels?
We're going to find out your levels.
We did set a level cap at 55, so I don't think anybody has Pokemon above level 55.
The only one that's above on my team
It's level 80.
is the Baxcalibur, who's at 57.
Okay,
But everybody else is either level 54 or 55.
that's fair.
That's fine.
Don Joey's got Rouncy, Skeledirge level 54, the Duke, Palmot level 55, Lady Trish of Lavencia, Tinkaton level 53, Black Knight, Low Kicks level 52, maybe on ice. We'll see.
Okay.
Surge Angles, Como O level 52. Guess who's 52?
Search angles.
That's right.
I've heard it could be Sir Jangles.
And Clodsire, the Clodsire, level 53.
Yeah, no notes.
Fine.
Came with the...
It's fine. It did finally learn Earthquake, so now it can actually like do some damage because it just had Mud Shot before
A
then.
lot of my team is pretty sensitive to earthquake, so that kind of hurts.
Good
me
to
hear.
know. What is on Esteban Umano's team this week?
Fiona Eilish changed into her cornerstone Ogerpon mask this week. She looks good. She doesn't look as mopey, but kind of scary, intimidating. She's level 49. She's hard to level. She won't take a level very well.
Mm-hmm.
Donna's car, Reveroom, level 55. Donna Baker, Meowscarada, level 54. Lady Beth has evolved into an Armor Rouge, level 55.
I like that.
Gregor Samsa, still a Reller, level 55. Absolutely no idea how to evolve this thing. He's always out of his ball. He's always fighting, but he won't evolve.
My Rellor evolved at level 15, so I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
wrong.
how are you not able to get 1,000 steps on that thing?
It's got to have 1,000 steps. Maybe I have to it has to level up in battle or something.
Simply 1,000 steps.
I had it out of the ball and I held the stick down and I ran in a circle for 5 minutes. yesterday, and it still didn't evolve.
Haunted cartridge.
Was it always out?
Yeah, it was out. He was following me in a tighter little circle inside because he couldn't keep up with me.
So the way that most people did that is you go to Levencia,
Lady Trish's hometown.
and there's a circle that goes around where the gym battlefield is. If you do that circle 3 times, I believe that's 1,000 steps, and then you give it a rare candy at the end.
Just do that, Tanner.
Hasn't happened.
Get it over with. I'm sick of not knowing what this thing becomes.
And welcome to the team. We had a Bisharp, but I couldn't find him in my box, so I just caught a new, not Bisharp, Pawniard. I had a Pawniard, but I couldn't find him in my box, so I just caught a new one. Welcome to the team, Rick Bingo.
Rick Bingo.
Has since evolved into a Bisharp, level 54.
Okay.
And I guess we're going to go find some of these leader Bisharp to take on next week.
Yeah.
And what's Rick Bingo's deal? He's like
Get that King Gambit.
Oh, right. Gambit. Yeah. Figured it out.
Yeah, he's like
I pieced it together.
He's like one of those obnoxious like pro poker players with like the sunglasses
And then he gets to sit on his hair.
all that.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's cool. We like him.
Did we like the team that Nimona brought in?
Absolutely not. My You Make Me Barf Pokemon was on her team, and I'm very sorry to anyone who celebrates this Pokemon, but Quackavall
Wow.
is my You Make Me Barf Pokemon of the week. I look at this thing on Bulbapedia, thank you to the tireless volunteers, and I think, it's fine, I don't care. And then I see it on Nimona's team dancing in the most upsetting way possible. It looked like mocap. It was so fluid. It was like in 120 frames per second, just like smoothly dancing its little duck body, and I was just out.
That wasn't doing it for you.
The dancing was too much.
You're going to come
Excuse me?
for the gay dancing duck. The first week of Pride.
Oh.
Dancing was too much.
Tanner, that's even worse than whatever I said earlier or didn't know.
You are going to say to a gay duck, their dancing is too much? You are going to sit there with Gungans behind you and dare claim the freedom that they finally feel to dance openly in the streets of Paldea is disgusting. How dare you?
They put a lot of work into the dance animation.
That's where they put most of the most of the
like, we gotta get
programmers.
this,
Like fuck the rest of it.
Dance. We got to get this right. Everything else, like cut corners. Cut whatever corner you need to get this duck dancing right. Just so we can gross out Tanner.
Correct.
I'll note that I didn't say anything bad about Quackavall in this Pride month.
You should.
That'll help you at the tribunal, I
That's
think.
good. I need those points. Get me out of a jam.
All right. Well, I beat Nimona. No problem.
Yeah, her levels were getting better. They were like 42, but it's still
No issues.
not quite enough to do it for us.
Yeah.
She also had a Sliggoo and Pomot and Lycan Rock.
Yeah.
Interesting team. Fine team.
Interesting team.
It's too low of levels.
We are going to go battle one another now,
Yes.
which we can do through the magic of online gaming.
Which we do know how to do.
Correct.
And I'm already at a yellow stand. I found my way to one earlier. I'm going to form a group.
We will form a group and we will battle. It will be me versus Tanner first, and then whoever wins will defend the honor of experience share versus Greg, aka Lysander. We'll see you on the other side.
Don Joey versus Esteban Humano.
Low kicks versus Reveroom.
Reveroom. Donna's car.
Bad setup for me, but I know that you're gonna drop those fucking toxic spikes. Throat chop. Toxic spikes. Oh god, the 2 toxic spikes are out. Reveroom's out. Low kicks untouched, other than lower defense. Gregor Samsa.
Oh, you're bouncing out of here, huh?
I'm gonna swoop down on you.
He's bouncing.
Ooh, 1-hit KO from the bounce.
He's bouncing.
Oh, I like the look of that. What is it? Arma Rouge?
Arma Rouge.
Lady Beth would make a lot of sense on my team.
And I think yours is like a sword or something.
Yeah, yours is cooler.
Oh, so I could do that.
I like Surledge a lot better than I like Armor Rouge.
Ooh. Oh, wow. All right. What was that? You killed me in one hit?
Lava Plume.
Lava Plume. Right. Yes. Okay. Clodsire's coming out.
Whoa, how do you do that?
Whoa, the spikes disappeared. Why did that happen?
Poison types eats poison spikes.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
Good to know. All right. Almost a one-hit KO again. But then I killed Lady Beth with Earthquake. I don't love the Wellspring Mask. Ivy Cudgel. Ouch.
Oh, water
Except I have
absorb.
Water Absorb.
That was supposed to be super effective against you.
And Poison Jab took you down into the yellow. What the hell are you gonna do now? That's a swap. Donna Baker, the Meowscarada, is coming in. But that's still a super effective Poison Jab. Oh, I lived through the energy ball. Oh, Clodsire's taken down Donna Baker too. It's curtain call. Tanner, I think, for you.
Let me get Ring Bingo in here.
Rick Bingo. Oops. I blindly just hit Poison Jab. Doesn't matter. Rick Bingo has slaughtered Clodsire. Oh, let's bring out Surge Angles. Como-O. Alright. Brick Break takes him out. Fiona Eilish is back. Spiky Shield. So my Outrage cannot hit.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Outrage. Ogre Pawn goes down.
Good battle. Joshua, I'm sorry. I have to let you finish up the episode. I gotta run.
All right.
Greg, it was nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Sorry to cut.
That's okay.
I'm 2-0 now
Oh.
for the season.
But will that last?
I haven't had the privilege of defending the honor of experience share in quite some time. Here we go.
Don Joey.
Oh, I like Lysander's haircut. It looks like you don't really care, but it's an expensive haircut, I'm sure.
Yep, for sure.
It's like the bed head. Very tussled.
Coming out of the gate hot.
Here we go, round 2.
Defend your honor, Don Joey, or tilt against those windmills.
Dons do famously have problems with windmills. Certain Dons. Greninja versus Skeledirge. Not great. Not great.
Are you ready for these tricks?
I'm swapping. There's no way that I'm allowing Skeledirge to go down in like one hit. Yes. Water Absorb the Water Shuriken. Ooh, you have tricks. Dig. However, I use Toxic, which we now know affects underground opponents for some reason. Earthquake does not do very much damage to you.
Nor should it.
Fortunately, I doubled down on Earthquake to hit you underground. Alright. Gucci is out of fashion this season. The fact that you sent out Reveroom makes me think that you're going to have some other trick up your sleeve. High horsepower. Ouch.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that makes sense for Reveroom to have.
It's the engine. Of course it has high horsepower. That only tracks.
We'll try out Como-O. Brick Break, half damage. Iron Head, oh, taking me down to 33 hit points. Okay, Reveroom withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
Kilowattrell, which I quite like. Ooh, I do get an Outrage in. Oh, Kilowattrell's out.
Oh, that was a tough one.
Reveroom's back. Outrage takes it out.
Yeah, Outrage is a tough one.
All right, Armani, the... What is that again?
Hydrapple.
God, I love Hydrapple. The look on that thing. Maybe that is the best one.
Yeah.
Outrage is a one-hit KO. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Outrage is... I don't know that I have a way past Outrage right now.
Ooh. Burberry, the Excalibur. Man, I love the look of that thing. I'm confused now, though. And I hurt myself. I have 9 hit points, so you got this one. Yeah. Ice Fang to the throat. Surge Angles. Will jingle no more. Guess we'll give Palmot a shot. I'm doing it. Terrestrializing. Oh, you are terrestrializing as well, though. Oh man, I love that. Dragon hat. Close combat. Oh no! Oh no! Right, because now your type is pure dragon.
Pure dragon.
Uh-oh.
I had to get rid of the ice.
This Excalibur is going to be trouble. Palmot's out. And I no longer have a dragon to fight your dragon. However, we have Lady Trish of Lavencia. If she can live to play rough. I fear you will go first, though. Yep. Ice Fang. Okay. Lived. Okay. Okay. Oh, got him. Got him. Excalibur is dead. I gotta get me one of those.
They're so good.
Dior. Let's get the spring preview. I mean, I love Delphox, so
I love Delphox too.
let's do a sweet kiss. That's how much I love it.
Now, if I get confused and you never did, I'm going to be angry.
Just figured you were gonna kill it with one flamethrower anyway, so leave you with a memento. Skeledirge versus Delphox. Light screen, smart. Except I'm gonna snarl at you. Oh god. Nothing. Basically nothing.
God, can this confusion end? Jeez.
Although, you haven't hurt yourself, though, right?
No.
This is a slugfest.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god. Even Hex barely does anything.
Oh, this is going to take forever. This confusion is lasting forever.
Although, again, you got to use Psyshock. I think if it's pure slugging, I have a slight edge.
Yeah.
But if Skeledirge goes down, all that I have is low kicks, which will be trouble.
Yeah, I think you have this one because there's nothing.
One more Hex will do it.
Yep.
All right.
You defended your title, just barely.
I think I'm wresting back control of experience share from you. That's nice. That's refreshing. Good battle. I went down to barely 2 Pokemon left. Well done.
Good job.
Yes. Experience share remains under my and Tanner's control for once.
I'll do a buyout. Don't worry about it. I got money.
Yeah, you could pay your way in.
I'll just pay my way in. It's not a problem.
Greg, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Let the bug catchers, for those who don't already know, where they can find you.
The best place to find me, because I don't want to use Twitter, find me on Instagram at Lysander03 or on Threads under the same one. Those are probably the best ways to find me and get in touch with me. And you can hear my actual play show, Very Random Encounters, at VRE.show. And I'm often on the Pokemon podcast. It's super effective.
Yes.
And you can buy my games at Leatherman.games.
I gotta buy your games. That's on me.
Yeah.
It's time for me to do that as well.
It's time for you to do that.
Give you some extra cash that you can then use to buy out experience share rights.
A hostile takeover.
And right, Tanner's not here. He had to go take a meeting or something. He's got a job. So
or something.
Yeah.
Only fools have jobs.
So I have to do his thing. So thank you, bug catchers, for joining us. I have been, as always, Fiel Luza, aka that does sound like I'm a loser.
Yeah. Fieluza, baby, why don't you kill me?
Now that's a song that I know, Loser, which I've tried to do at karaoke many times because I love it so much, and I still can't. That is a tough one.
It's a tough song.
AKA Josh Fjellstad. I was joined by Dutan Sparse, AKA Tanner Greenring, and for now and in the future, I'm sure, Gwug Trio, AKA Greg Leatherman. And you can find us in perpetuity. Well, I guess that's not true because probably someday we will not be on X, the site formerly known as Twitter, but we are for now.
Look, you can call it Twitter. Just call it Twitter.
It's just a joke now. I like saying it. I started using it in everyday conversation and it doesn't land. So maybe it's not as fun of a joke.
No, I'm also that dude dead names his children. I'm going to dead name his site.
That's good. That is what we should be doing in this Pride Month. And what are the other ones? Threads and Instagram. You can find us, all of them. Everything is at EXPSharePod, except the subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers. And you can buy some merch. We still got merch. There's probably going to be some sort of a sale during Pride Month, I hope, or TeePublic. We're coming for you. Also, the council's coming for you, and that is expsharepod.com. And Tanner and I did not discuss this. So, Greg, where should we go next week? What should we do? Do we do another gym or two?
You're at the point where you have to complete all 3 quest lines to be able to do the end game.
Okay.
At this point, you are over leveled for all of the gyms. So just do the gyms.
You think we should just swing all 3 of them next week?
They're all pretty fast.
Yeah, maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe we do the fighting base too, and then the week after that we start the finales for all 3. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, after the gyms, you have to do the Elite 4, but the Elite 4 levels are higher than the fighting star base. So I would just knock out the gyms, fighting base, and then do the Elite 4. Then you're going to have to do all of the ends content for the 3 to get to the end content of the game before you get to the last part of the DLC.
We made it rather complex for ourselves. So I guess what we will do, Bugcatchers, is all 3 remaining gyms, Ghost, Psychic, Ice, and the Fighting Crew Team Star Base. That's fine. That'll all be probably enough.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we keep doing that to ourselves. We pretty much have no idea how to conduct ourselves when we can no longer do gym by gym.
This game is wild.
So we'll cram all that in for next week. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista.
Gracias, Greg, for joining us. And smell you later.